So, the next topic we're going to be talking about, we got some Marvel Sony news here. We're going to be talking about Aaron Taylor Johnson teases Kraven the Hunter will challenge studios producing same stuff. So obviously we have the upcoming Sony Marvel collaboration movie of Kraven the Hunter, another Spider-Man villain that Sony is putting out. They just did Madam Web, which was like one of the most biggest travesties in cinematic history. Absolutely horrific film. How that got green light and made it through quality assurance, I have no idea. But it gets me worried for this movie, certainly. So let's go down and have a read and see what Aaron Taylor Johnson has to say about this upcoming Kraven film. So Aaron Taylor Johnson, known for his roles in Kick-Ass, incredible film. If you haven't seen Kick-Ass, make sure you see it, guys. And Avengers Age of Ultron, again, that's becoming more and more popular as the years go by, is poised to inject a fresh and darker essence into Sony's forthcoming Marvel venture, Kraven the Hunter. Embracing the challenge of portraying the titular character, Taylor Johnson expresses a deep sense of responsibility and commitment to delivering a novel experience to audiences. In an interview with the Rolling Stone, Taylor Johnson shared the following. So he goes on to say this, guys. I think there was something unique about this character, and something grounded. We've all had enough of seeing certain studio films, a certain kind of pop culture, where they're churning out stuff that dilutes wanting to go to the cinema. I wouldn't have signed on to it if I felt there wasn't something to really bring to life with this character. So it sounds like Aaron Taylor Johnson, he's either doing damage control based on what happened with Madam Web, or he's actually truly meaning what he's saying, where this movie does do something to differentiate itself from the kind of mediocreness that we've been getting with comic book movies as of late. But what is it that's different about this movie that's going to separate it from the mediocre output of comic book movies we've been getting in recent years? That's going to be the interesting thing, but the trailers have really piqued my interest. Like I said at the beginning of this stream, the trailer where he's in the car and he's fighting the guy and he bites the guy's nose off, or he like bites the guy in the face, and you know, just the R-rated bloody action in the trailer, that has piqued my interest. It looks really good. But that may be the entire film. The entire good points of the film may just be in the trailer, so we'll have to bear that in mind. But yeah, what they've done with Madam Web certainly has dampened my expectations for this movie, that's for sure. So in this spin-off from the Spider-Man franchise, the film delves into the origin tale of the villainous trophy hunter who reveals in hunting and killing large prey. Despite not having an avid comic book reader, the actor's dedication to the role shines through his genuine excitement for the source material. Drawing inspiration from the iconic storyline, Kraven's Last Hunt, which is probably one of the most popular comic books for Kraven, where his character triumphs over Spider-Man before meeting a tragic end, Taylor Johnson emphasizes the film's departure from conventional superhero narratives. Yeah, it looks like in the trailer that they have changed a lot up about this character from his comic counterpart. I think there's a lot of fans that are very confused as to why they've changed so much about the character and his origins from the comic. But, you know, Marvel and Sony, you know, they have changed up things from comics to live screen adaptations. You know, they have to do that sometimes. Comic books don't always adapt onto the screen, you know, one for one. So sometimes you have to change things up. I get that. But sometimes it confuses people as well. So there's that kind of side of it. With an R rating in the United States, Kraven the Hunter is poised to captivate an older audience who have matured alongside Marvel Comics. Embracing this more mature and darker tone is a deliberate choice, one that Aaron Taylor Johnson sees as a calculated risk worth undertaking. R-rated movies, comic book movies, have become bigger and bigger and bigger over the years. More and more people want them, and this looks absolutely perfect to fit that kind of R-rated narrative. You know, Kraven the Hunter going crazy, killing people, you know, messing people up all over the place. Many Marvel fans who grew up with the comics are now of age to appreciate an R-rated movie. He notes, highlighting the strategic move to cater to this demographic. Yeah, but the problem is when you do an R-rated movie, you're cutting down a lot of the audience who would potentially see this movie. You know, younger audiences or families who would go and watch Marvel films. They can't take their kids anymore because it's R-rated. So, you know, you're potentially shooting yourself in the foot with the demographic you can show the movie to. But at the same time, having an R rating would get a lot of people into the theatre seats who might not necessarily want to go and watch it. So, you know, we'll have to wait and see how it pans out. Aaron Taylor Johnson's embrace of authenticity in the superhero cinema through Kraven the Hunter. Johnson's embrace of authenticity. So, navigating a prominent role in Sony and Marvel collaboration presents its own set of challenges. Aaron Taylor Johnson understands this delicate balance necessary to meet the studio's expectations, entertain the audience, uphold his personal integrity as an actor, Reflecting on this, he confessed. So he goes on to say, talking to Sony, taking on a Sony Marvel movie, is a different challenge altogether. But you've got to appease the studio, please the audience, and do what's dignified for you as an actor. I find it all super challenging. Yeah, that's great. So, you know, he's done several different roles in superhero, you know, movies. And it sounds like this whole Sony Marvel collaboration is a bit different. But he finds it challenging, and he kind of wants to, you know, he wants to get into the thick of it. He wants to nail the role, and he wants to deliver something to audiences that they're going to enjoy. And hearing him talk about this, it does heighten my anticipation for the movie. Not by much, but by a little bit. But we'll have to see when they put out more marketing content, more trailers. We'll have to see how it holds up. But at the moment, it's definitely piqued my interest. I'm not mega over the moon excited, but I'm definitely, if I had to say excitement out of 1 out of 10, I'd probably be at like a 7, a 6 or a 7. But if they put out another good trailer, it could potentially go up to an 8, maybe or 9. We'll have to see how it goes. So leadership holds significant importance for Taylor Johnson, particularly on production as expensive as this. He recognises the responsibility of setting a positive tone on set, emphasising the absence of entitlement. As the lead on a project of this magnitude, people look at you to establish the atmosphere, he explains. Leading with kindness and fostering a positive environment is crucial. Yeah, people, you know, people do their best work when they feel comfortable and when they feel safe. That's always been the way, you know, if you make your staff and your colleagues feel good in the workplace, then they do their best work. You know, it's plain and simple, really. So Kraven the Hunter stands poised to offer a distinctive contribution to the superhero genre, with Aaron Taylor Johnson leading the charge. His commitment to infusing depth and authenticity into the character, combined with the film's mature and dark themes, hints at a potential evolution in superhero storytelling. I'm not sure I'd go that far, because we've had Deadpool, that's been R-rated, so we've kind of treaded this territory before. And Logan, obviously. As the release date approaches, excitement mounts for what promises to be an intriguing new chapter in the Marvel Universe. So there we are, guys. Aaron Taylor Johnson talking about bringing authenticity, about the challenge of a Sony Marvel movie. And yeah, I mean, like I said, it's definitely got me a lot more excited than what Madam Web had. But then again, that movie was trash. Because the R-rated trailers have looked action-packed, they look gruesome, they look gory, it looks really cool. But the fact that Sony put out that Madam Web movie, the fact that made it through quality assurance when how bad it was and they still put it out, it does have me worried about this movie. So we'll have to see when the initial reviews and reactions start coming out, if it's bad as what I'm feeling it might be. But I really, really hope that it goes on to be a great movie and that people enjoy it, because I want Sony to continue making these movies. I just want them to be good. But that's, you know, neither here nor there. But guys, jump into the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. Are you excited for Kraven the Hunter movie coming out? Or has the whole Madam Web situation kind of dampened your anticipation for this movie? Let me know all your thoughts, comments, and opinions. And I can't wait to see what you have to say about this.